Hello everyone, my name is Joe Cutler and I'm calling in from the Makati National Park in Botswana. We're here on the banks of the Hippo Pool, and from where I'm standing I can see hippopotamus, Nile crocodile, yellow-billed storks, probably 5,000 zebra, a couple giraffes, some nice eland, some wildebeest, some elephants, and just lots of life here. Having worked in Africa for over a decade, I don't know if I've ever seen a land this rich as I'm seeing here in Botswana. It is just, I just can't count the number of wild animals I'm seeing here. Just scanning the horizon, the giraffes that are taller than our vehicle, the hordes of zebra that are just kicking up dust. It's really incredible, and I'm so happy to get to share this little call-in with you. Now, I'm lucky I get to be here on work, for work. I'm a freshwater ecologist and National Geographic explorer, and right now I'm working on a project called the Wilderness Project. And what we're doing is exploring some of Africa's great rivers. So I've just come down from Zambia, where we're doing some surveys of the Zambezi River and its tributaries, and I'm heading to Maun, which is the base camp for the project, to drop off equipment and resupply in advance of our big push onto the Zambezi main stem. Now, our goal is to study these river systems while they're still wild, before they're totally impacted by humans, so that we can get a good baseline of what's living out here, what the water quality conditions are, and what the impacts are on these river systems. Our goal is to really furnish the data so that we can improve management and conservation in the long run. These river systems are so important, not just for wildlife, but for the communities, the people who live around them. It's critical for food. There's a lot of fishermen in this area. It's critical for transport and for drinking water. So these are really important river systems for this huge population here in Southern Africa. Now, it's not always like this. You don't always find yourself completely surrounded by wildlife. You can see maybe in the background there's a bunch of zebra and a bunch of spoonbills flying off there. We just completed a river survey where we were 570 kilometers in a transect, and we saw only a handful of wildlife. And I think that's largely because of human impacts, because of hunting, because of wars in the area. Whereas this area is within a national park, it's been preserved for a long time, and there is almost no hunting here. So this is what it all should look like. It's been really interesting to me to explore these different river systems and kind of find the ones that are pristine and also identify the ones that have had heavy impacts. Zambia's, I think, the #2 global producer of copper. So there are lots of copper mines, there are cobalt mines, lead mines, zinc mines, and these large-scale industrial extractions really do cause a major impact on these freshwater ecosystems. You often find rivers that are totally full of sediments, where there's almost no surface flow, and the waters are often highly polluted or eutrophic. So it's really important that we get these baselines now, in advance of any further changes or impacts to the system. Now, the Zambezi River Basin provides water for 40 million people. 40 million people rely on the Zambezi and its tributaries for drinking water, for hydropower production, and just for a way of life. There are tribes that are totally associated with the river system that spend their lives, everybody's got a boat, they spend their lives out fishing, collecting papyrus, collecting roots, for eating. So there are lots of people who rely on these river systems, and it's really important that we protect them in the long run.